Everybody, welcome back to my Steam Deck, and we're in the Xbox Cloud Gaming client here, because what I wanted to do was to jump into Atomfall and have a quick chat about whether it's a good game, whether it plays well on cloud streaming, and whether it's a good game to play on deck. I've probably played about an hour on the Steam Deck like this. I've got it's one of those classic things where I've got it on my Xbox Series S. I started playing on my Xbox Series S console for a couple of hours. Then I installed it on my PC, and because it's kind of Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox PC Play Anywhere, I played it on my PC, and then I also played it on here because I just wanted to kind of check it out. I've got to say, the best experience definitely is on the PC in terms of frame rate. On the Xbox Series S, it runs okay, but you kind of round about sort of 30 frames a second. And what I found over the years in my experience is is that certain game engines handle lower frame rates better than others. I think a lot of it is to do with how they deal with motion blur and things like that. So I think, for example, something like Cyberpunk 2077, at low frame rate still looks really good. The Rebellion engine that they use for Atomfall, this game, and Sniper Elite, doesn't always look that great at low frame rate and can look a little bit jerky, like framey, like you can see it jerking around. So on the PC, I locked it at 60 frames a second on high settings. I have like an RTX 3070, and it ran very nicely and looks great. On the Xbox, it's about 30 frames a second, and of course when we're playing like this, when we're streaming it on the Steam Deck from the Xbox Cloud services, we're getting 30 frames a second because this is I'm pretty sure it's the Xbox Series S version you get. However, one of the good things about when you do, I think, play lots of these games on the Steam Deck, whether you're streaming them or not, is the screen makes them look so good. Now, you may be scratching and saying, well, what streaming? What on earth are you talking about, Rob? So, if you subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass Ultimate, that gives you, Game Pass games on your Xbox and Game Pass games on your PC. But also, you can stream games to your PC and stream games to your Xbox that you haven't installed. And via the web, so by the browser, by Microsoft Edge, you can stream games to any other device as well. And so this is how you can do it on the Steam Deck. And what I'll do is, in the description below this video, I'll put a tutorial on how you do it. It's relatively simple. It's easier if you've got a keyboard plugged in, because you've got to type passwords and things like that. And what I found, again, in my experience, is that as long as you're on your home network where you're connected to a stable Wi-Fi, it works really well. I mean, this looks on the Steam Deck. This looks great. It doesn't work so well if you're trying to use it with something like a mobile hotspot on your mobile phone at work. I found that doesn't work very well. But like this is fine. It gives you the opportunity to play loads of games that you don't have to install, and you can play them basically virtually instantly, which I think is pretty cool. So this is running very, very nicely. When I was playing it yesterday, it was fine. I was getting a couple of lag issues, mainly because I think someone was downloading something or watching Netflix in the house, which is a bit rude of them. Now, as far as so Atomfall definitely works playing it like this, and is definitely worth doing. Is it a good game though? I mean, that's the other question. Is it a good game on Steam Deck? Well, actually, after a slow start and where I kind of didn't know what Atomfall was all about, now I think Atomfall's really, really good. So Atomfall is an open world, first person. Here we go. We're getting a bit of packet loss now. Something's happening on the home network. It tends to go after a while. So it's an open world, first person, post-apocalyptic, horror, sci-fi mystery story. The way I tend to think about it is, imagine a DLC for Fallout 4, and that's probably dissing Atomfall a little bit there, because it's very, very dense. So I think if you enjoy games like Fallout 4 or Fallout, and Stalker to a certain extent as well. I think you'll enjoy Atomfall, because in this game, what happens is you wake up in this area, and it's the north of England in the 1950s. Oh, we've lost connection. Oh, that's interesting. Something must be going on. I wonder what's going on. We do have absolutely terrible internet around here, so it could be. All right, there we go. We're back. Yeah, it's probably something due to the local internet. But that gives you an idea of one of the problems that you can have when you are streaming games. You can get things like that, and obviously, if we were playing a multiplayer game, that would be pretty disastrous. So yeah, it's set in the north of England, near a nuclear power station that's had an accident, and the whole area that the game's set in has been cut off from the outside world, and the people and the soldiers and the villagers and the druids and the bandits have been trapped inside, and you've got to figure out what has gone on and how you can escape. Funnily enough, for a rebellion game, shooting is definitely not its strong point, and shooting is definitely a bit janky, and the melee is a bit janky as well, as first person melee often is. But I'm really enjoying this so far. As long as you realise that it is a mystery kind of adventure with some shooting and some melee combat in it and a bit of stealth, then you'll have a blast. You go around and you talk to people and they give you clues. So, for example, if I bring up... So that's the place where I am now. So it's kind of made up of these big open areas. Each open area is a bit like a Sniper Elite level. And then you can travel between each area. But it's not like linear. You don't have to complete one and go to the next one. You can, as soon as you find the way between them, you can travel between each area. And then you'll see we've got points of interest that we've got to investigate or that we know about. And then we have our investigation notebook. So these are all the leads that we have to follow. It sounds more complicated than it is, but basically you choose something, and then it'll be something like, oh, maybe something's going on over here, and then you track that, and then you wander over there and you have a look around, and there might be something there, or there might not be something there, or it might lead to something else, or it might be a fetch quest, or it might be all sorts of different things you've got to do. And you talk to some people, or you find some stuff. There is quite a lot of inventory management in the game because you've got a very limited inventory. Crafting, there's a bit of that as well, and there's the RPG elements in. You can level your character up to a certain extent, getting better at shooting, combat, survival, all sorts of things. And as you can see, some of these things I haven't unlocked at all yet. But so far, I've got to say, it looks really good, and the story is actually really good, and the writing, what the characters say to you and say to each other is really good, and the atmosphere, which I think is the most important thing to me in games, is fabulous. It's really good. Some of it's super dark as well. Almost. Hello. Oh, that wasn't very nice, was it? Oh. Okay, so that's a new thing. I haven't seen that before. That's kind of an example of the corruption that's happening to the land, and we've got to kind of figure out what's going on. Okay, so I need to fix some of the stuff. Is a bit janky. Like there might be a way to do this, but I don't know how to. You've got to go into the inventory to apply a bandage. I'd imagine that's going to get changed. I'm going to stay away from here. This is an army outpost, and in this particular area, the army aren't friendly. If they see you there, they'll start shooting at you. So, in summary, then, what I'd definitely say is that Atomfall, as long as you realise that it is a mystery game, you've got to go around and find what's going on. A mystery adventure. It's not like a shooter like a Stalker RPG, or even Fallout would be. And you accept that, and it's all about exploration and talking to people, then I think you'll have a fantastic time, as I'm having a fantastic time. And I'm already starting to... Now, this might sound a bit crazy, but I'm already starting to think, this might be my game of the year. Already! I'm enjoying it so much. Anyway, there we go. So, if you've got Xbox, PC, Game Pass Ultimate, install the Edge browser on your Steam Deck, and follow the instructions how to do this, and you can definitely check it out. I would even say it's worth... if you see it going cheap, though, I'd say it's worth buying in the Steam sale. It is deck verified. I wouldn't probably pay full price for this, but if I saw it in a key shop, in fact, I think I've seen it on CD keys for about 30 quid, or if it went on sale for about £30, I'd say that's definitely a fair price for this. I mean, it could be that I get to the end and I go, wow, this is my game of the year. It's worth paying £70 for, but we'll have to see. Oh, okay. There's a mini Stonehenge. Something inside it. There we go. Okay, so let's end this video before I give away too many spoilers. What do you think, though? Put your questions and comments down below, and of course, I'll see you again soon.